What's the deal, baby? Big boss, K-Po, through the door, here to talk this boxing. Errol Spence told us when he get that third belt, we gonna see who holding up the fight. What happened ever since Errol Spence got that third belt? Let's retract. Errol Spence was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. This is back in last year. Okay, I think he's supposed to fight him in July of 2021. Weeks before the fight, Errol Spence gets an eye injury. He has to pull out of the fight. You know, people made fun of Errol, say he was faking, he ducking Manny Pacquiao. And the reason why they were saying that was because Errol Spence, there's some sparring that leaked out, and it showed the opponent getting the best of Errol in sparring. Right? It's sparring. Whatever. You're going to have an off round or whatever. You know what I mean? So, everybody would say Errol Spence was afraid of Pacquiao. That's why he pulled out. His eye injury is fake. And y'all forget that I think there was reports that it was his left eye or his right eye or whatever. And there was a picture, the patch was on the left eye. So people would sit there saying, oh, he faking because the patch is on the other eye. He, you know, he messed up. He don't want to fight and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? They literally sat there and was trying to say Errol Spence is afraid to fight Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Y'all see the resemblance? Do y'all see the resemblance? Y'all see the resemblance of what they was trying to do with Bud Crawford. See, Errol Spence was destroying people so much that they was looking for chink in his armor. They looking for a reason to be like, oh, see, look at him. He really ain't built like that. That's what they was trying to do. You know what I mean? That's the moral of the story. They was trying to sit there and really just make Errol Spence look like, okay, he's a scary fighter. You know what I mean? When moreover, this dude been fighting and giving fight fans exactly what we want. Whereas Terrence Crawford has not. Terrence Crawford has not fought the people we wanted him to fight. Terrence Crawford has not given us those fights. Terrence Crawford don't care to give us those fights. You know what I mean? We gonna keep it 1,000. Terrence Crawford don't care about fighting the best. Terrence Crawford care about his money. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. He care about his money. Now, I will say this. I do feel like this. I do feel like Terrence Crawford is jealous of Errol Spence Jr. I feel like him and his team, like I said, look at the stuff they say about Errol, right? They mentioned Errol Spence's money, and they just jealous of how Errol Spence was brought up. Because Terrence Crawford feels like he should be a bigger star than Errol Spence. And moreover, he should be. But he hasn't done the things that Errol Spence has done at 147. Hell, in boxing. Because even in his other weight classes, he wasn't fighting the best. You know what I mean? He was fighting dudes that was gifted belts. Or they, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of these companies that got agendas. You know what I'm saying? They give belts to fighters who ain't good and then make them, build them up. You know what I mean? To be, you know, oh, he this killer, and then he get in there and get his ass whooped. You know what I mean? But let's stay on topic. Errol Spence has given fight fans exactly what we wanted. The fights we wanted. He fought the Sean Porters. He fought the Danny Garcias. He fought the Ugases. He fought the Kell Brook. You know what I mean? Nobody was calling out Kell Brook at that time. Go back. I want somebody to go back and tell me who was calling out Kell Brook. Don't worry, I'll wait. I damn sure with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford only called out Keith Thurman. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman. They talk about, oh, Terrence Crawford been calling out Errol since at 140. No, he hasn't. Terrence Crawford been calling out Keith Thurman. And when Errol Spence stopped popping, that's when he focused on Errol. Because everybody was Errol. So he like, man, I'm tired of hearing this nigga. Man, I'm tired of this nigga, man. Hey, I want to fight him. So see, moreover, when Bud said, I want to fight you, most of the opponents, they start getting, you know, cold feet. Errol Spence ain't never got cold feet. Errol Spence told you, I'm trying to get these belts. That's what I'm trying to get. So I see he got that WBO belt. That's cool. He's so-called the best. Cool. We're going to fight for undisputed. That's it. He said it just like that. We're going to fight for undisputed. He's the best. I'm going to prove that I'm the best, and we're going to fight for all the belts, for all the marbles. That's just what it is. What better situation to fight in than for undisputed? And when he got that third belt, he told you, hey, when I get that third belt, we gonna see who holding up the fight. So to get back on topic, he didn't get to fight Pacquiao, right? Ugas fought Pacquiao, okay? Ugas had like a regular champion belt, and Pacquiao had the super champion belt or something like that in the WBA. So they fought. Ugas beat the brakes off of Pacquiao, beat the, beat the fried rice and egg roll out that boy. God forgive me, that was wrong. But beat that out that boy. And then Errol Spence came back from his eye injury and fought Ugas. And took Ugas' eye and his ribs and his nose and got that third belt. Then they go into negotiations with Terrence Crawford. They've been negotiating since April, right? They've been negotiating, trying to get this fight done. Errol is locked in. He have a plan A, he have a plan B, C, or D. His plan was Terrence Crawford, whereas Terrence Crawford had another plan all along. He never really was fully committed to this fight. And now you got people who are trying to justify his actions, like it's okay, like, oh yeah, it's cool, it's okay that he ducked down. PBC didn't want to pay him. I don't give a damn about what you talking about. He not supposed to do that. He ain't supposed to go talk to nobody else and make a fight. I don't care what you talking about. He make this fight happen. Okay? He the one that was doing all the talking. Who was talking? Bud Crawford. Everybody on his team was talking. This whole 2 years, they been talking. Errol ain't been talking. Errol say little stuff here and there if they ask him. These niggas was going out their way to talk about Errol Spence. Out their way. They in the gym, they supposed to be training, they thinking about Errol. Errol ain't thinking about no Bud Crawford. And when they ask him, his stuff was consistent. I'm going to get this third belt. And when I get this third belt, me and Bud gonna fight. You know what I mean? And when I get it, we gonna see who holding up the fight. It's ironic that he said that, and then everything happened exactly how he said it was gonna happen. This nigga, like, each time this nigga say something, bro, it happens exactly how he said it. He told you, I'm gonna fight. What fighter you know? Matter of fact, I even put it on Terrence Crawford. Name a time Terrence Crawford said he was gonna do something that he was gonna do, and he did it. Don't I wait. Name a time where Terrence Crawford said he was gonna do something he was going to do, and he did it. Name a time when Terrence Crawford was consistent. A lot of people can't say nothing. They can't say that. They can't find nothing. I can't think of nothing. I can't think of nothing. I told y'all, when Errol Spence called out Bud Crawford in that ring, that boy should have got up and started shadowboxing. Period. Shadowboxing, and his focus should have been Errol Spence, not David Avenesian. Is people really trying to advocate for him fighting David Avenesian? Like, they really try to support that. Like, how and this goes to show you how sick this world is, bro. You literally try to sit here and advocate for this boy ducking smoke. Okay? He ducking fades, right? You try to advocate for that. You try to, like, what are you doing? Like, you try to sit there and really put a stamp, like, oh, but you know, PBC, you know, they ain't come, so he had to fight Okay. So why didn't he fight better competition? Because this is the same type of competition he been fighting. Trash fighters. We already know what's finna happen to this boy when he get in there. But finna beat the brakes off David Anesthesia. That's just what it is. We already know that. You know what I mean? We already know that. It's not even finna be close. Why is he taking a fight like this? This is embarrassing. He should be embarrassed. Y'all should be embarrassed for sitting there trying to advocate and really try to, well, you know, he had to do this because, you know, his beef with PBC. He ain't got no beef with PBC. There's no beef with no PBC. Bud is just stubborn. Why did his former promotional company, Top Rank, the main guy, say the same thing I'm saying? Bud Crawford is stubborn. I can't deal with him. That's why I let my son-in-law deal with this boy, because I can't deal with this nigga. This nigga is getting on my nerves. He don't never want to, you know, he don't want to follow directions, you know? And then when, you know, it's time to fight, he holding on to the contract to the very last minute. Why? He has a habit of doing that. He been doing this. This ain't nothing that he doing because it's dealing with PBC. So a lot of y'all try to make it seem like, oh, he just started doing this with PBC. He been doing this. He been doing this. This who Bud Crawford is. I told y'all that boy's stubborn, man. I told y'all. He is a very stubborn dude. It's Bud Crawford way or no way. That's how his mentality is. It's his way or no way. Ain't no other way to slice it, dice it, or put it. You know what I mean? So when you sit there and you try to sit here and take up for this dude and say, oh, it was PBC, why was he doing that when he was on Top Rank too? Hello? Why was he doing it? When he was on Top Rank, why was he doing that? Why? Why was he doing that on Top Rank? This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing he doing because it's involved with PBC. He been doing stuff like this, stalling fights and stuff like that. They been doing careful matchmaking. Bud had that dang WBO belt for 4 or 5 years. Okay? He ain't fought nobody that could take his oath. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. Errol Spence did fought dudes who could take his oath. Errol Spence fought Porter when Porter was in his prime. Porter was so hyped for that fight, he trained different for the fight. For the fight against Errol, he trained different. He was a whole different fighter. He went and got Barry Hunter to fight against Errol, who was a Hall of Fame coach. He went and got another Hall of Fame coach to help him beat Errol Spence. And he almost pulled it off. But Errol Spence say, fuck that, I ain't losing to this dude, and caught him with that hook and dropped that boy. And that was the deciding factor. You know what I mean? That was the deciding factor of that fight. I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all try to sit there, oh, well, Bud knocked out Sean Porter faster. Bud didn't knock out Sean Porter. Sean Porter dad, Kenny Porter, quit on Sean Porter. He was mad at Sean Porter because Sean Porter did not do what he was supposed to do in that training camp. So he quit on Sean Porter. He threw in the towel. As soon as Bud started getting the best of Sean Porter, he threw in the towel. He said, no. But he told you. He said, I did that because Sean didn't train right. He didn't train how he was supposed to train for this fight. Why? Because they friends. Sean Porter and Terrence Crawford are friends. They buddies. They pals. They had to get an approval from each other. Sean Porter even said, man, you know, when it was like looking like we was gonna fight, I stopped hearing from Bud. Like he stopped calling me. Errol Spence and Sean Porter not friends. They never was friends. Sean Porter is jealous of Errol Spence. The same way that Terrence Crawford is jealous of Errol Spence. But Errol told us a long time ago, when I get this third belt, we gonna see who holding up the fight. And look where we at right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.